Hi, welcome back to Holly Hobbies. Let me show you how to take a 5-gallon paint stick and turn it into a beautiful fall wreath that can be used as a table centerpiece or a swag. We will be doing a poof method with our Deco mesh. This is beginner friendly and will bring out your inner crafter. Let's grab our paint sticks and have some fun crafting for fall. Let's get started. Hi, welcome back to Holly Hobbies. Today we're going to do another swag on a 5-gallon paint stick, but I'm going to show you a different technique today. And we're going to do another hanger on this. And just in case we want to do it as a swag, or we can do this as a fall centerpiece as well. So I'm going to go ahead and make the hanger. You can always watch any of my other tutorials with the swags, and I'm doing the hanger as well. And we're just going to go ahead and visually divide this into thirds and grab it. And we're going to go ahead and wrap it around the thinnest part of our paint stick. And we're going to go ahead and twist it. And I am using a floral wire. A regular wire would be ideal. And now we have a long part and a shorter part. We're going to take our long part. We're going to twist it around 3 times. That's 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to take our shorter piece. We're going to go in the opposite direction 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to come up around, we're going to meet, and we're going to twist those in the center. And now we're going to twist until we get one long piece of wire. And you don't have to go all the way down if you don't want to at this point. You can just twist it long enough to make the size of your loop. And you want about a 1/2 inch loop. You want to make it a little bit bigger because we're going to twist it down. And you want to just go about like so. And that's about an inch loop. And we're going to twist it a few times. And we're going to bring it down to a shorter loop. There we go. And now we have this excess wire, and we're just going to wrap it around. And this is just even a shorter, quicker version than the one I have on my other tutorials. But this will get the job done just as well. And we'll just bring it through the back, and we'll just tuck that end in. And there's just a very quick version of a loop there. And now we have our paint stick, and we're going to go ahead and get our chenille stems prepped on our paint stick. And at first we're going to divide it in half, and that's always at the 10.5 inch mark. And we're going to go ahead and put our first chenille stem right in the middle, and we're going to do it off to the side. And we're on one side, the right side of that paint stick. And now we're going to go to the other side. And we're going to the left side of the paint stick. And we're giving it a couple nice twists with our chenille stems. And we have our very first set of doubles on our paint stick right in the middle. Now we're going to do the other one. We're going to come in at about 2.5 inches. And that's usually right under where we have our hanger, and we're going to do that same thing. We're going to do twist on one side of the paint stick, and we're going to come with our other chenille stem, and we're going to go right there to the opposite side, always making sure you give a couple very good tight twists so your chenille stems are staying nice and secure on your paint stick. And now we're going to come to the other side, and we're going to measure 2.5 inches, and we're going to do that same exact thing. And now I'm going to get this a little bit more even there. And now what we're doing is we're placing 3 sets of doubles with our chenille stems on our 5-gallon paint stick. So we have one in the middle and we have two off to the sides coming in 2.5 inches. And now we're going to place two singles that are going to come up in the center. You don't have to measure it. You can just eyeball right in the center. And these are going to come straight up the center of your paint stick. And let me even this out a little bit better there. There we go. And the other one's going to come straight up the center as well. And there we have it. There's our prep for our 5-gallon paint stick for our different technique we're going to use, but it's still prepped just the same as the other swags. And we have 3 sets of doubles and 2 singles, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So we're going to take our Deco mesh. I have a poly mesh ribbon, and this is from my Christmas supply. I thought it would be really nice with the fall swag wreath that we're going to do, and I like working with this mesh. And what we're going to do is we're going to start attaching. We're going to just lay it curl side down, and we're going to go in about 2 inches or so, and we're just going to start pinching and gathering to the other side, and we're going to place this first piece of Deco mesh on our first set of doubles right there on the side, and we're going to place it right in there, and we're going to give it a couple twists. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do 12-inch poofs, okay? So we're going to measure 12 inches, and then we're going to the next set of doubles. So how we're going to work this is we're going to the double, we're going to loop around to the next double, double, and loop. We're going to loop around to this set of doubles. So we're going to start with our 12 inches, and we're going to the next set of doubles, and we're going to place that right inside there and give it a good twist or 2. And now we're going to go ahead and we're going to measure our next 12 inches, and I'm going to my next set of doubles right here, and I'm going to go ahead and place that right inside the chenille stems. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to make sure I poof out my 12-inch poofs. And now what I'm going to do is when I make this loop around the other side, I'm going to go a little bit smaller. And I'm going to do, for this one, we're going to do 10 inches. So now I'm going to gather in 10 inches, and I'm just going around the end of the paint stick now with my 10-inch loop. And once again, I'm going to go ahead and poof that out. And I'm going to continue around my paint stick now to my double and my doubles, and I'm going back to my 12 inches now, and I'm going to my next set of doubles, and we're always giving our poof a nice fluff there, and I'm going to my next 12 inches here, 12-inch poof, and we're getting ready to loop around that outside edge now, and so we're going back to that 10-inch poof now, going a little bit smaller as we make our way around, and now we've made it right back to where we started. And we're going to give that a nice fluff at the end right there. So now we've made it around, and we're going to do 10 inches, and we're going to go into this center one right there, and we're going to give it a twist, and we're going to fluff that center one out, And now we're gonna do another 10 inches to the other center. And there we have two center ones right there. And now we're gonna come do a 12 inches, or we're actually just gonna do another 10 inches, and then we're gonna go to this double right in the front there. And we're gonna fluff that out. So we did 10 inches, 10 inches, 10 inches, and now we're going to come around. So let's go 12 inches. And now we're going, because this design is building up, so there we go. And we're gonna fluff that up. And now we're turning it around. And now we're gonna do that same thing we did on the other side. We're gonna do the 10 inches. We're going back to that center one, that center single, and we're doing a 10 inch, and we're going to do another 10 inches, and you're just eyeballing with your mat. It doesn't have to be perfect, and we're just mimicking what we did earlier, and we're just giving it some more fluff here. And now we're making our 12 inches, and we can go to that other side, this side. And our design is starting to take shape, and look how pretty that's becoming. Let's do one more 12 inches around like we did the other side. And that completes that full set of what we just did on each side. Beautiful Deco mesh poof base that we can start working with. And I'm gonna get my scissors. So now we're gonna go ahead and trim this off. Go ahead and cut it about 2 inches. There we have it. We didn't use quite a whole roll. And look at how beautiful our base is for our fall design that we're gonna do. And that is just so pretty. It brings out all the nice little plaid with that, the red and tan plaid, and it's just gonna make a gorgeous swag or centerpiece design. So what we're doing is we're taking 6 24-inch strips of ribbon, and I was just one shy of this ribbon, so I'm gonna do 3 and 3. I think this is a good complementary ribbon. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna make little bows that we're gonna add to the doubles, the sets of doubles. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And how we're gonna do, well, first we're going to dovetail the ends of our bows. And this one we're gonna do, I'm gonna fold it in half and in half and go from the corner down. And then we make these little dovetails. So we're just bringing the ends together. We're folding it in half, and we're angling down to make a nice finish edge. So I'm gonna do that to all of these, and we'll be right back. I have my 6 pieces of ribbon, my 1-inch ribbon cut at 24 inches, and they're all dovetailed and finished on the ends. So we're gonna start by making little bows, and we're gonna alternate the colors as we go around into our double sets of chenille stems. Print side down, and we're going to crisscross the ends here. Bring our ribbon, and we're gonna crisscross the ends. You can just kind of lay it on its side, and we're gonna crisscross the ends and then lay this part flat. And then we're going to bring this back, this side that's sitting on the edge. We're going to lay that print side down, and we're just going to slide it down to where everything's intersected. The two ribbons intersect each other. It's on its side. We're going to go print side down, slide it right underneath there. And we have one little bow here, and you can adjust it to make sure that your ends are even, just like that. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to pinch it and grab it in the middle, just like that. And we're creating a little bow. And you can adjust it as you want. You want to make sure your loops are even. And now we're going to take our little bow and we're going to put it in our set of doubles right here on the side. And we're just going to lay that in right in the center. And we're going to twist our chenille stem. And then we have one cute little bow here that's placed right there in that set of chenille stems. So now I'm going to alternate, do that same thing, and I'm going to come to this next set of doubles on the side, and I'm going to do that same thing. I'm going to just lay it print side down. This one doesn't have wire, so it's a little floppier. I'm going to intersect the two sides, and this one I have print side down, and I'm just going to slide it, even out the sides, get it to where I like it, and then just pinch it right there in the center. And we've created this cute little bow that we're going to attach now to this next set of chenille stems. This next set of doubles. We're skipping that single in the center, and we're just going around and we're putting these little bows in those double sets right there. So I have another little bow, and now I'm going to take my next color here, and we're going to do that same thing. I think they look really good together. They complement each other. And this one, we just slide it down, and you'll get into your little groove. It doesn't have to be perfect. Get them the way you want. They're just cute little bows that we are just going to give it a little fun pizzazz here with some beautiful ribbon, and we're putting that in the next set of doubles there. And there's our, you can fluff the bows there, and there we have 3. And now we're just going to go around and we're going to do that same thing with our next 3. And I'm going to go ahead and just do the same one on the other side. And you see how easy these little bows are? Just adding a cute little fun touch. You can do this as a swag. You can do this as a centerpiece, a fall centerpiece for your table. Little beautiful decoration, however you want. This one. And we're going to add one of these. We're adding one to each of those sets of doubles that we have on the sides of our paint stick. Not the 2 singles on the top yet. These are just going into the doubles on the sides. Because I was one shy, so I'm just leaving the 2 colors like that in the center. And then I have all the other colors on the other ones. And I'm adding my last little bow here to my doubles. And look at how cute our design is coming out so far. So now we're going to finish off our chenille stems where we've attached our bows, and we're just going to clip those down. We already have those twisted, and we're just going to bring that pointed part of your chenille stem towards the center of your design, because we won't be using these again. And you always want to make sure when we twisted them that we had a good 2 to 3 twists And I'm going to finish off the rest of these. Careful not to poke yourself, and we'll come around to the other side. So I finished off the chenille stems that I have the ribbons on right now, and I'm left with these two on top. So I have a couple fall bunches, and if you have the little smaller bunches, you could just get two and it would be really easy. You just add them right there. But since I have these larger bundles that I got these on clearance at Walmart, I'm gonna make smaller couple. I'm gonna make my own little bundles. I'm gonna take my wire cutters and we're just gonna cut these little bundles down. If you have your thicker wire cutters, it's ideal. But these are skinny stems, so this is gonna work just fine. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna create my own little bundles. And I'm gonna just be a little, kind of get my florist side out and have fun just designing a couple little bundles that I think will look pretty together. And get the tags off. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut some of these down, and then we're just going to get a couple bundles together the way that we like it. We kind of want to get two similar, so let's keep our, we'll just kind of get two of everything here. And so I'm going to keep going. I'm going to make some fun little fall bundles here. So I've put together a little fall flower bundle here, and what we're going to do now is I'm going to attach it. We're going to be attaching this bundle to these chenille stems. And since I have a lot of really long stems right there, I'm just going to go ahead and clip those down. And I'm left with this little bundle here. And we're going to take the stems and we're going to point the stems towards the center here. And what I'm going to do is now I'm going to use these two stems in the middle, two chenille stems, and I'm just going to place my bundle right down there, right smack in the center with those center chenille stems. And I'm going to twist those down pretty good all the way down, and I'm just going to bend that down. And now I have this beautiful little fall bundle just floating right there on top, and you can just twist everything around the way you like it. And I think that is so pretty with all those different fall colors. And I have another bundle here, and I'm going to do that same thing. Going to get everything, get a nice little grip on everything. Make sure you have all your stems together. And this looks so pretty. I just took a little bit out of everything and it just made this gorgeous fall design with lots of colors and textures. So now I have another bundle here, and I'm just going to do that same thing. I'm just going to clip some of these down that are really big. Take those off the end there. There we go. All right, so now we're going to get ready to attach this bundle now to the next set of chenille stems right there in the middle, our single sets. And I'm going to face my stems towards the other stem there. the other bunches. And I'm trying to find the other end. There it is. You're gonna grab your other end of chenille stems and you're gonna give it a very tight twist. And we're gonna twist the chenille stem all the way down. It should just be about a ½ inch or so. And point that point part down. And then you can fluff out some of the flowers to kind of cover up that chenille stem. And now we're going to make this beautiful little centerpiece in the center here. We're going to make a beautiful bow here that we're going to add as our finishing touch here in the center. And look at how beautiful our swag or centerpiece is turning out so far. And now we're going to make a big beautiful bow to attach to the center. And I have this ribbon here. We're going to do 2 pieces at 14 inches. And we're going to dovetail our ends. And I'm going to go ahead and use my bow maker for this. So I'm going to go ahead and use my bow maker for this one. And I'm going to get a chenille stem. And we're going to go ahead and place that at the bottom. And we have our 2 pieces of ribbon. And this is our 2-inch ribbon. And it's cut in 4 inches. Cut in 14 inches. And we're just going to go ahead and pinch and grab right in the center. And we're going to crisscross on our bow maker. And you just want to make sure those are nice and even. And that is going to be the start of our bow right there. And those are the tails with these nice beautiful tails coming out. And now I'm going to grab my next ribbon. And now I have another color of ribbon here. And we're going to make some more. We want to go in about the same distance as our bow right there. And this is double-sided, so we don't have to worry about twisting. And I'm just going to go ahead and we're just going to make a bow. We're just going to add some loops here. And we're going to make a fun bow here that we can add to the center. And we're just going to keep going. And we're making 3 loops here. And we're going to be able to fluff those up. The bow maker makes it really nice. You can just do a little hands-free. It holds it for you. And it just makes life a lot easier, the crafting life, that is. Things that you don't need, but sometimes it gets hard to hold a bunch of ribbon in your hand, especially if you have arthritis, carpal tunnel, things like that. And this just makes life pretty simple. And this is my Bodabra, is what I use. It's a very basic bow maker, and it just does the job for me. And you'll find all the links to all my favorite crafting supplies in the description box in all my tutorials. And now I'm making this gorgeous, I have 3 loops so far. We're almost at the end of this ribbon, and I don't have any more of this. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to see if we can get 4 loops in. And enough of a tail I think this is just going to be enough, and then we still have, okay, so we have enough to do our, we're doing 4 loops. We're finishing up this ribbon. And then we have enough of a tail left over here that we can use. We'll cut that at the end, or we can just cut it right now. We want it about the same length as these. That's how, that one's about right there in the center. And now we're going to go ahead, and we do have our chenille stem in there. And now we can bring the chenille stem on each side, and we're giving it a good tight twist, tug there before we pull it off, and we're pinching, and we're just going to go ahead and secure it. Very good. Give it some twist here. And this is what we're going to use here with these 2 chenille stems to connect it to our wreath, or swag, or paint stick. And we're going to go right there in the center, which we know where our center is. And let's go ahead and dovetail this end here, these 2 ends. Let's go a little bit shorter on this one so it matches the other side. All right. So now we're going to attach this bow, and then we're going to begin fluffing up our beautiful loops. So we have our 2 chenille stems here at the bottom, and this is going to be nice and easy because it's going right there in the center. So what we're going to do is we're going to take, you can fill the center chenille stem that's already there, and we're going to poke it on right through our deco mesh. And you're just going to take your time, and if you had some wire, this would work too. Probably go through a little bit better, but we're going to make this work. And you don't want to go through a real thick part. You want to just get where you can see the chenille stem starting to poke through. And I feel it coming up right there, and it's right around the center, so that's perfect. And we're going to do that same thing on the other side. Get our spot. Try to get through the least amount of layers as we can. I feel it coming through right there. And we're right there at the center, which is nice. We already know that's our center, and we're just going to go ahead and give that chenille stem a nice little twist there on the back. And we could take our wire cutters and clip that down once we have it twisted. And we're going to flip that over. We're going to go ahead and fluff out our beautiful ribbon here, our bow that we made. And we're going to get these loops all fluffed out and pretty. Sometimes you can give them a twist, whatever you want to do. This beautiful wired ribbon, I think it really complements that other ribbon there. And it looks so pretty with the deco mesh. And we could just play around a little bit with our ribbon, and look at how beautiful our centerpiece is that we made here today. And get everything the way you want. And I think that just turned out absolutely gorgeous. And I think I'm gonna cut this one down just a tiny bit more. And this is going to complete our gorgeous fall swag. And it was so much fun doing a different technique today on a 5-gallon paint stick. And look at how pretty that turned out. I mean, look at how fun. That can just be a gorgeous centerpiece for your fall table. You could hang it up on the wall as a swag. This would look beautiful as a horizontal or a vertical swag. And the sky's the limit. It's just gorgeous. I'm so happy that you crafted with me today, and we tried out a different swag method on a 5-gallon paint stick, and it was so easy and so much fun. And look at how beautiful that is. You can bring it as a nice housewarming gift, or you're getting invited for a beautiful Thanksgiving dinner. And what a wonderful gift to bring, a hostess gift, a centerpiece for your own table, a beautiful decoration for your home for fall. And I hope you'll come back to my channel, and please remember to subscribe, like, and follow me for more wreath and crafting ideas. Thanks for watching Holly Hobbies, from my heart to yours. Remember to subscribe, like, and follow for more wreath and crafting ideas. Thanks for watching Holly Hobbies, from my heart to yours.